I learned about some of the tools that I'm using back when I was in graduate school and thought, oh, this would be great to use in class. And it wasn't until recently that I learned about what blended learning was. I realized I'd been doing it for quite some time. For my class, it's an online textbook with interactive examples. It's an iPad application. It's some software called Dartfish, and the internet with some interactive examples built into it. I don't think it has to be those tools, though. There's a variety of things that can be done. When I read blended learning online, it focused on technology, but I don't see that as something as a requirement. In preparation for class, they would do some reading in the book. We have that online, so we've integrated some videos and interactive examples that they can use in an online form of a textbook. That hopefully gives them the knowledge that they need. Then they'll come to class where I'll go through summarizing maybe some formulas and how one characteristic is interacting with another. We'll do a few examples. I think the students are understanding things better in their own way, because there are certain students that would just rather read a chapter of a book and they've got it and they understand it and they're fine. And there's some that are very visual. And when we're including video and analyzing the movements instead of the formulas, that'll connect with a lot of people much better than other approaches. And it's important to realize that blended learning, while it integrates technology, it's not just sending students off to look something up on the internet and call that blended learning. It's going after different learning styles to try to make it so that the principles the students need are grasped through a variety of methods. I've been able to be more flexible in the teaching I'm doing based on the evaluations that have come back. When there's multiple comments that something's not working the way it should, then we need to change. And those changes, I've seen a few cases where I've made some change in adding something or changing something I've been doing, and there's been a positive outcome from it.
Great.
Over the last, say, 2 or 3 years, I've actually spent a little bit less time with students in my office hours. I think with providing lots of different opportunities of ways to learn, there are less struggles with grasping the concepts. So I still have office hours and students still do come, but the time commitment of office hours has become a little less over the last few years. It's hard to pinpoint exactly why, but I think a piece of it is that they've got more opportunities to learn in different ways, and the concepts are being understood because of that. Each semester over the last 4 years, it's been about a 1% improvement on each of those test scores, which has allowed me to make the assignments throughout the semester a little more in-depth and challenging. So they're getting more out of the class, I think. The grades aren't changing much because they're scoring better on the tests but a little worse on the assignments. And the grades are about where they should be, I think, for our school. But in the end, they've left with a little bit greater knowledge.